Good evening, Meeple people! A couple of weeks ago I made a video showing you how I made a playmat out of felt. As predicted, it did not go too well. After 2 weeks of, I would say, moderate play, where maybe we had 5 play sessions on it, you can see it's already peeling. And so I went out to Lincraft again and bought some denim instead. So let's give this one a go.
Meeple Man.
This issue we have Meeple Man versus the denim playmat.
So as you can see, we're going to be using safety pins instead of sewing things together this time. Hopefully it makes it more modular, so if I want to clean stuff I can do it more easily. But I also wanted to put the safety pins on the corners of the playmat so it would hold in place and be a lot more sturdy. The grip it's doing a really good job, and so I added that on top as well. And you can see I'm doing everything inside out right now, so when I flip it onto the front side you won't see a majority of the safety pins. Alright, so let's flip it over and take a look how it does. It's probably going to be less convenient than a regular playmat to put on the table, but probably as easy as putting a tablecloth on. So as I tuck the corners in and make the playmat flat, I wanted to make a note that the material that I'm using is denim, but it's got 2% spandex in it. So when I tailor fitted it to this table, I knew even if it was a bit tight, I could always stretch it out. But as you can see, there wasn't necessarily a need for that, just because the safety pins themselves might be a bit loose. So in the last video I also showed you how a playmat will look with the game on it, and so let's bring back the same game, Seven Wonders Duel, and duke it out. So at first glance, and especially at a distance, it looks like I made a big mistake by buying a patent playmat like this one. It was tie-dye denim as opposed to the plain blue or the plain grey ones they had at the store, because I didn't want my table looking like a pair of jeans. But when I zoomed in on the camera, and especially when you're looking at the game in real life, it doesn't look too bad. And that's probably because the pattern isn't too loud and it's not that off-putting. It's blue and white, and so you could consider it like a mountaintop, you're in the skies or even in the sea. So it was very easy to zone out the playmat and just focus on the cards. Like I said, it looks better in person than it is on camera. Ideally, if Lincraft sold colours other than plain blue or plain grey, I maybe bought like a plain green one. But I don't regret this decision, because at the end of the day you're playing on it for aesthetics, and I'd rather be playing on a mountaintop than in a pile of laundry. So there you go. Now going back to the practical side of things, you can see that I am trying to budge the table and the playmat, and it's holding pretty well, and that's because of the PVC grip that we lay down underneath. Now that I'm tugging at it, you can see how well the cards stay in place. Obviously if I wave it a bit harsher you will see table movement, but in a practical game that's never going to happen. Your knees aren't going to knock the tablecloth that much, and it's going to hold in place. So all in all, I'm quite happy with this build, and let's see how it plays. Catch you on the flip side, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching a Meeple Man production.